versus seeing Batman. Oh, we got another Batman up. You know,
I'll add PD eventually.
is he? Did he get the message, or he must? Or what's he doing?
I mean, I don't even know if people could be able to see now because, like, I clicked the live button and it's public, and I'm not touching it anymore. So I can check though to see. Let me see if I can view us on YouTube and then look at it, but I got to mute it just to see.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can show us how we look.
And now we live, and I got my screen. Hey, Antoine, like I was telling Reeb, I can't ride around with my light on because then I'll be hating. Yeah. So that's why it's still a dot right now.
That's all good.
Okay.
You just be the man in the dark.
Hey man. I'm gonna change my name in a second, bro. Keep playing with me. Hey, Rico will be like, damn, Batman, one freaking name. Oh, this is Bodines right here. Hey, they all over Lafayette, man.
Okay, there we go. So you can see us all, I think. Can you see yourselves?
I can't look right now.
Okay, so I'm gonna close it back down. It's taking up bandwidth. I just wanted to make sure we could see that we were on. All right. We can get our lives together. Okay, there we go.
This is a very special trollsters, as there is one amongst us who has never...
What is that?
What the heck is that?
My kids on my tablet watching Netflix and stuff.
I was about to say, what you got us into?
You watching midget porn?
Hey, that was funny. I was looking like, wait a minute now. What Reef got us into, bro? That man. Yeah, man. It is so funny. The funny thing is that man said, all right, we live, and then you hear that in the background. That's hilarious.
That is kind of funny.
Let's see, movie.
So, like now, if you go to, one of y'all, so if you go to YouTube, I know that we can be seen probably.
That's what I was finna check. That's why I opened the tablet up and then Netflix just started right up. So yeah, it's showing live.
Hello, my people.
Okay.
Like it shows up on the thumbnail. I don't know if you can see it.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, so we there. Okay. I didn't even use a thumbnail either. All right, well, nobody's watching because that little eye thing don't have nobody on there, but
Mel's gonna come on?
Well, no, I don't. She probably don't even know I'm. I didn't send this link out to anybody. This is like a super test, I guess. Well, no,
I got you.
You know what I mean? I don't even know if I send this link out to anybody. This is like
You're echoing.
That's not me.
No, that's me. I'm watching the live as we on the live.
Oh, I'm
watching the live as we're on the
live. So what? Hey, PD, what I failed to do earlier was open it up to check it, but I should have muted it, and I didn't do that.
Got you.
So one of y'all, if we ever get to the point where there's a bunch of comments or something like that, I guess one of y'all gonna have to just be like, yo, like, because my internet's too slow to be able to look at comments and do everything. I'm not hardline, so my Wi-Fi sucks.
Well, I'm looking at comments now. There's no comments on there, so if one pops up, I'll say something.
Okay. All right, so we about to go around the horn, probably clockwise. We got myself as Reaper. We got Garbage Man.
You gotta say like you from Memphis, man.
Yeah, everybody live, bro.
We got Garbage Man.
Hey, how you doing today, bro?
You gotta say like you from Memphis, man.
The man. Salute.
That's just ridiculousness, man. And then we got the Blue Bomber, and then we got Nude. Oh, you ain't gonna. Oh, I guess you ain't got his DX10 anymore, so you can't put DX10 behind that.
Oh,
DX10.
I mean, it's still in the garage right now.
Nah, nigga ain't sold it.
I thought you sold it.
I mean, I'm still waiting on money, but the bike's still in the garage.
Man, that nigga ain't sold nothing. Nigga sold his soul. That's about all he gonna sell.
Good Lord, not his soul. Not his soul. Oh, man.
All right, so I'm gonna start off, right? I'm gonna say a little bit about me, which is like really nothing. I have a YouTube channel. I started this live because I wanted to add to the community, and then I got a couple of bikes and a lot of projects. So technically a lot of bikes, but half of them don't work. And that's me in a nutshell. Hey, Garbage Man, tell them about yourself, man.
Hey, what's going on, YouTube? I'm Garbage Man. I got 2 bikes. I got a a Nitrous ZX14R, Gen 2, and I got a 2022 Harley Davidson Road Glide. That's honestly really it. All I can say. Oh, and I'm a garbage man, so yeah, that makes sense. That really is. Go ahead, bro.
Hey, go ahead, bro.
All right, so some of y'all may know who I am. Most of y'all probably won't. The Blue Bomber, ride a VX10. I turn wrenches for fun. Know a little bit about this racing stuff, not a whole lot. Most people don't listen to me anyway. But yeah, that's about it.
Hey, I tell you, Blue Bomber, you almost got removed, bro. you getting on my nerves already, bro. Remember, behave, bro.
Hey, bro. He telling the truth.
You lying, bro. You know he stay lying.
What I'm lying about, Reed?
You know what you lying about, bro.
What I'm lying about,
Reed? That's what he doing.
He ain't telling no truth, bro. He loves the X10s.
I do love the ZX10.
But you're going to a 600 because
I'm finna show a couple of y'all favorite content creators the difference in being on a fast bike and being a fast rider. That's why I'm going
Put
to
a reverse, sir. Oh Lord. Look at that man. That man, hey, well, I hear you, bro. Make it happen. Make it happen.
Bro. I'm about to mute him. He ain't gonna bro. And followers like that.
But you know what? That's what happens when you start speaking the truth, man. People want to mute you.
You know what I'm saying? Y'all give you the time of day. Hey, Bomb, I hear you, man. That's good stuff, bro. That's good stuff.
Last but not least, Noob ZX10, what's up?
What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Noob. People call me PD, J. It don't matter.
Fastest ZX10 in Tennessee?
No, not even close. That's my boy
Cam. ZX10 in Tennessee.
YouTube bike.
That's my boy Cam. Cam out here killing it.
YouTube ZX10.
I ride the Gray Ghost, or they call it Noob Sabat ZX10. Decent little bike, great setup. Love the bike. Been having it for a while. I turn wrenches sometimes. I get in the garage with Reaper. I've been blessed to get in the garage with Blue Bomber. Same thing with my boy Batman, aka Garbage Man.
Garbage Man.
Before too. Great group of guys. Learned a lot from them. Still learning a lot from them. I'm on here to learn from not only them but you guys, because I'm pretty sure y'all gonna put input in here that's gonna give me some stuff that I ain't never seen before. So that's it.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir. Already.
Right, so I guess we can address why this live stream or fake podcast exists. So why do you think that we're all on here right now? I'll turn it over to y'all. Like, what you think?
I think to meet, to obviously talk about motorcycles, meet new people, have them share their love for it, for racing aspect, and doing miles, upgrading, all that good stuff. So it's always good. It's always good to hear what somebody else doing, because you never know. You probably got I got a 14, but this other guy with a 14 trying something different. And I'm like, you know what? I ain't tried it yet. Let me holler at him, or let me try it and see if it benefits, if it makes sense.
Right.
So
right.
That's what I got.
Now, y'all ain't got nothing at the bottom there?
Oh, my bad.
I mean, I guess you hit it in a nutshell, so they just gonna sit there and look.
I mean, like that. You're right. He hit everything. We ain't got to do it.
Antoine face look, bro.
Like, really?
You better go straight me out there because it's gonna happen. But now, man, just to spread, share knowledge, unbiased opinions on things without any kind of, motivated influence, I guess you can say, that you would get with some things.
Hey, PD, you heard what that damn mama said? He said motivated.
That boy said motivated. Bro. I know that man right there, bro.
Why he got them degrees hanging on the wall back there, bro?
All right.
Ain't no degrees back there.
Look, he had to turn around and look, see if they can see that. They can see that.
You know what I'm saying? Good God Almighty. Good.
No, but seriously though, everything y'all saying is up to it on point. I'm pretty sure everybody else that see this video or that's thought about doing videos like this will agree with that. Also, you have to look at it too. It's opening up a different area to people that are not from this area. You got people in Clarksville that's on here. You got people in Nashville that's on here. I'm pretty sure there's going to be other people from a surrounding area that's close to here that's going to get on here. And it's just knowledge that you don't have from this area, because most of the content creators that you have on here are Florida or Texas or Louisiana or California or somewhere else that's not in this area. So how are you going to get the effect of them telling you how to do something in this area when they've never been in this area?
Right. And plus, we got the gatekeeper on here anyways. When they have all the meat stuff here, I mean, there you go right there.
The Blue Bomber.
The Blue Bomber. We ran the last two meets that they had here, right?
Yeah. No, I didn't run the last two. I ran the most recent one that I ain't gonna say run it. I led 650 Eve's group of guys that came down for his meetup. But that's just because I was the local that was available to chaperone, as you will.
And I think that's
point A to point B.
That's needed, man.
There's nothing wrong with it. And fortunately, with this go around, it was a group of people that he brought with him that actually were more or less pretty level-headed about everything. So it's like being able to get them and tell them, hey, this is how we need to ride going from this point to that point, not to bring any unnecessary attention before y'all get to do what y'all really want to do.
Right.
So that kind of, maturity amongst all the riders that was there was greatly appreciated. But
right. I do have to give a shout out to Street Cartel. He would probably be on here normally. He's from Boston, has an S1000 PD, Noob ZX10, but PD met him last night while we were testing. And so he was supposed to be on tonight, but he had to work. Apparently I think he drives trucks or something too. So yeah, so I don't, but I was talking to him earlier and he was just like, we're just going to have to set it when he's off and everything, we can get everybody on. So
great
shout
guy,
out to him
man.
because he couldn't be here right now.
Super cool dude, man. Like I got to chop it up with him last night. Straight level-headed person, man. Super humble, modest. You know what I mean? I just met the dude last night. He's already trying to help out with whatever. So
that's what's up.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Great to hear. And side note, guys. Sorry to cut you off. But side note, my light keep turning on and off. That's because when I'm on the road, this light got to be off for cops. How cops are. So that's the only reason why I'm going black, as I told the team. So yeah, just sharing with you guys.
That's what it
it's all good, man. I think it's pretty cool. You highlighted and everything, man. That's hardcore, ain't it? To get on here, that's hardcore.
You stupid.
All
right, going dark. Going dark.
Bro, I'm not dealing with you.
And I guess the only caveat I have off of what all of y'all said was I feel like there's a lot of information that's put out, and I think we need to discuss it a little bit more in detail. And that's just my reasoning for this. And that's all I'm going to say about it. Because I'm not drinking. I'm actually drinking coffee. I took a shower, y'all, and I had hate. And I was like, I probably should have listened to freaking APD earlier and did it early. Because I started going, I was downhill. I was downhill, so I got some coffee. I was like, no, like this is a test. Like we got to do this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm drinking. So
Well, I saw your cup, bro. I saw you raise your cup. What you drinking on?
which
He
one?
raised that bottle, that Jack.
Which one?
He said, which one?
He got that Jack. He got
Oh,
that
you got
fish.
two drinks. Well, I got coffee.
I got the Crown Blackberry that she made a mixture of that, and then I'm drinking that Jack Daniel's single malt.
What's that blackberry
Okay.
you talking about? Because I was trying to find a bottle. They talking about not till March.
Dude, I got
What's that?
I got you. Don't you? I got you.
All right.
On post is like $23.
Okay.
Everything be
Oh,
cheap
that's
on.
the blackberry stuff you were trying to find the other day.
Yeah. So it's
Ah.
it's horrible by itself.
Is
I'm telling you, by itself it tastes like medicine, bro. I'm not even joking. It tastes like a horrible cough syrup. But if you mix it, I did find one guy on here that does like different videos, and he tell you like mixed drink mixtures or whatever to go with it. And I'm not gonna lie, when he told me the mixture to do with it, I was like, man, this dude trying to get messed up. But I tried it, so it's the Crown Blackberry with Hypnotic and the Calypso Island Breeze.
Oh Lord,
Dude,
that
it
man
tastes
said
amazing.
Hypnotic.
No, for real, it tastes amazing.
I ain't heard Hypnotic in a minute.
Bro,
I know. I ain't heard anybody drinking that shit in a minute. Just what, the
When I
90s,
first
early
listened-
2000s?
for real. When I first listened to Turn Green, I got that Incredible Hulk thing. I was like, oh, hold on, wait a minute.
Hey, I remember them nights. I don't even remember them nights after drinking a whole. Like, nah, bro, I'm good. I'm good, bro. I'm too old for that shit.
Nah, but it's a decent mixer, man. But you guys will see, like, as you guys go on this, I guess, journey, I'm always gonna have a cup to drink. I'm sorry,
Okay. So now that we already like, y'all know who we are and why we started this, I have one question for all of y'all, bro. And this has been bothering me. You ready? All right.
Yep.
Mhm.
How is it? I gotta choose my words wisely because I don't want to create enemies. Why would you build a bike, whether it be stock wheelbase and or stretched, powerful bike, and then detune your bike so you can be able to ride it?
Who did that?
Well,
No, don't ask me who did it. Don't ask me who did it.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, because I don't. Oh, all
There's a
right.
lot of racers, and Antoine, he giving me that look because he know what I'm saying. Blue Bomber know what I'm saying. Why would you build a strong bike? I mean, granted, if it's from a dig or if it's stock wheelbase, I kind of understand it. And you're going, you know what I mean? Like you're racing from down low. But why would you build a 1700cc bike and then detune it in first gear? Because you obviously can't ride the bike to its ability or modulate your throttle. And then on top of that, you guys have stretches. I'm sorry, I just had to, because that was bothering me for like 3 days. All right, I'll shut up.
well, that you answered your own question in there because most of you guys can't ride it to its extent right there. They got a fast bike, but they can't ride it. So the other side of the coin of that is consistency. So if you go ahead with everything else, all your electronics you got on the bike now, it's easy to be consistent. You don't need as much skill to go fast.
Right.
So you get the tune however much percentage into the throttle, and then whoever's riding, you just sit on and twist the throttle the same way every time and get the same result. And it's ultimately what they trying to get.
Right.
So it's two sides. You got the guys that really just can't ride it, doing it for, I guess you can say, safety in a sense for some people. But then you got the guys that's being legitimately competitive with this stuff. So the consistency side of it comes into play. Because if without it, because for me personally, I don't do all that the detune. I'm gonna ride it. If I wheel it, I wheel it. It's your race. You got it. I beat myself. However you want to see it. L's a L. But I enjoy that thrill of the ride. And I'm not out here trying to make a bank off of all the runs I'm doing. So consistency really ain't all that important to me.
Right.
But like the guys that meet up Miami and stuff like that, betting them high pots, then yeah, I would set a bike up to be as consistent as possible because you got something on the line.
Right.
But that don't apply to everybody. But like I said, most of the people just they can't ride it to its full potential. So let me get this handicap.
So I wonder, do you think that would be like a good stipulation? Like, well, you can't never tell if somebody detuned their first gear or second gear, but like, I feel like of all the stipulations that everybody has out there, like with the jockeys and all the other shit, like, why isn't that a stipulation? Like, bro, like, can you ride your own bike with everything that it has? Because that's what I feel.
I mean, do you really call it a stipulation?
I don't know. I mean,
you know what I mean?
I mean, it's like, you can chalk it up to setup. The setup, honestly.
There you go.
Because
a race is a race. It doesn't matter what you do.
The moment you agree to the race, that's the race.
That's it.
Now, if you choose whether you choose to agree to it or not, then that's one thing. But you can't agree to the race and then complain about the stipulation afterward. You knew what it was going into.
Yeah.
Right.
So
that's what it, because you're not gonna get an apple to apple race regardless.
Ever.
Right.
It don't exist.
I think I was just sitting there, man. I was thinking about my projects, and I'm like, I was thinking if like for me, if it was like a powerful bike, like a turbo bike or something like that, but like a bike that has 180 horsepower, 190 horsepower, 200 horsepower, and y'all got stretches on these things, and y'all are detuning the throttle. I was sitting here walking around, I was cleaning up and doing something in the garage, and it was just like, Eureka. Am I really going to detune my stretched 195 horsepower bike?
I don't see anybody
who does that, bro? Like, I just couldn't. I'm sorry, but like,
I don't see anybody doing that.
I mean, it's a couple out there that's got.
Hey, people doing it. Antoine know what I'm talking about.
I'm just saying.
Hey, that shit's crazy to me, bro. Oh, hold on, Antoine. What you sipping on? Kool-Aid?
It's soda. It ain't nothing special. I'm trying to decide what time I'm going to work in the morning.
You say D2, that man went pour the drink.
Yes, indeed.
I just like, okay, so consistency. So like, I hear what he's saying. And if you stop wheelbase with like a strong, like, you know what I mean? A 240, 250 horsepower bike stock wheelbase, I can kind of see it. But like, let's be real. People got 0 to 4, 0 to 6 arms on bikes that make less than 200.
This is true. But
I don't.
So
to add insult to injury, hold on for a second now, my brother, because this is where it's going to take it home, my brother. They are starting off races at like 60 miles per hour with a stretch and detuning.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Monetized. I just don't understand it, bro. Like, who the fuck does that? Like, who does that?
Hey, can I say something? This is. Oh, go ahead.
Like that's crazy to me, bro. That's all.
I'm one of those people that I put an arm on every bike I've had except for one. Every bike I've had, and you can attest to it, I've had an arm on every bike I've had except for one. I don't like wheelies. I cannot stand wheelies. Now, I will ride a wheelie if I have to. But if I'm trying to be competitive, if my wheel is in the air, I'm not in the race.
Hold on.
So I'm going to set my back up.
That's not necessarily true because some people have.
For me, it is.
Well, for you,
but that's the thing. For me, it is. I'm speaking for me. I'm not speaking for anybody else.
Okay.
I'm speaking for me. Okay. So for me, I'm going to throw a little stretch on there. I do a 0 to 4 on my bike. But I will say this: I'm not running around having no 190 horsepower bike either. So, I mean, that's what it is in a nutshell. That's why I'm pretty sure whoever else is doing it has their reason behind it. Now, regardless of whether they're doing it or not, that's their setup. That's what they pay their money for. That's how they run it. Does it make sense? No, but let's talk about it. Does it make sense for motherfuckers to be running around here with fucking 9,000 horsepower bikes trying to race a 200 horsepower bike? And then on top of that, want to add stipulations to how they gonna run the race?
Hold on. Hey, no. I see what you did. No.
Yeah, indirectly.
Hey, keep that.
That indirectly got attacked, boy. That's crazy.
But no,
That's crazy.
That's the next one, bro. Don't do that.
Hey,
Don't do that.
you heard what Street Cartel
bro.
said.
Like, nah, bro.
Hey, you see what Street Cartel said? You ain't got no neck, so he don't want to see you shaking your head.
Hey, you should have seen Reek's face when you said what you said, bro. It's on the meter change. He was like, "Oh, for real? That's what we doing?"
That man caught a straight.
Like what?
He caught a subliminal.
Hey,
That's all it was.
That's funny.
no, but seriously, though, think about it. You get guys that set up these races, and they'll have a bike that's built to the T, and they'll swear to God that they're stock, and they'll run across another with a stock bike, but they'll make a million suggestions on how the race is supposed to go. Is run what the fuck you brung, bro. If you agree to the race, it's a race. Why do we have all this extra? Why? It's never going to be equal. So why are we doing all this extra?
It ain't never gonna be equal.
No, sir, not at all.
Reed needs about
Never.
5 bikes to compensate for his head weight.
It's never gonna be.
But literally, a race is a race. Me and Anton, how many times me and you lined up to race, Anton?
At least 6 or 7.
Do me and you ever line up and be like, all right, well, we got to do it like this? Or do we just line up and be like, go?
Now I give you the hit. We go.
You know what I'm saying? Batman. We done raced multiple times.
Yeah.
We don't make no stipulation to it. Reed, I've raced almost every bike you had. Even though I know I'm going to lose to 90% of them.
Who you talking about? Reap or me?
Reed. And you.
Oh, Reap. Okay. Not okay. All right. Everybody. Hold on now. Hold on, bro. Last time I checked.
Because when we first met, PD, yes, I won a couple of races, but then I started losing a lot because, let's be real, the shit that I race now doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't.
I'm always like at a disadvantage, but I mean, it's all good.
It makes sense. Okay, go ahead. My bad.
I guess my biggest thing is I'm walking around here trying to, I just, like I said, I thought about it and I'm like, there is no way in hell, if I look at one of my motors and I spent $15,000 on a motor, right? Most of the excitement of riding is like you know what I mean? You got to control the bike. It's the challenge. So like, why am I going to spend $15,000 on a motor and then don't know how to ride the fucking bike and then turn around and then tell some tuner or something, hey, give me fucking 40% in first gear. What? Well, give my wallet 40%. Like, that doesn't make sense.
That does kind of, it makes you go backwards.
That doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, that is backwards as hell.
Now, of course, like, yeah, you modulate. And then the other thing is there's a misconception when you talk about wheelies. Because anybody and all of you have gone into a wheelie before when you're stretched and all of this, right? People think when their wheel come up this much, they feel like they about to loop the bike. You know how much on a stretch your bike has to come up for your bike to loop?
Nope, and don't want to know.
Yeah.
No, I understand what you're saying, but it's a comfortable factor. And I'm pretty sure everybody on here will say the same thing. Whenever you're running a bike, it doesn't matter whether it's your bike, a friend bike, whatever it is. To be comfortable on the bike is a different source. It's a whole different issue. So if you're not comfortable, you're not going to do what you need to do on that bike. You're going to sit there and you're going to baby that. So like every bike I've had that I've let you ride it way more aggressive than I've ever rode. Well, except for Noob. I ride Noob more aggressive. But it's one of those things. I've gotten comfortable with Noob. But I had the Martian. I thought I was doing something on the Martian. And then I see you get on it, and you like Willie halfway down the road, and I'm like, hold on, bro, get off my bike. You know what I mean?
It make you think. Yep.
Yeah, but I think though, like, I feel like, okay, so remember back in the day, man. Remember, so this is perfect for it. PD, you was about to go and get a 1,000 initially, but you ended up with a 600.
Yep, my first.
Yeah, for
my
your
first
first
bike
bike.
set up here was a 2007 Jigsaw 1000 was the bike I was finna go. I actually had already purchased the bike. This was like when I first met Reed. Like we didn't really even know each other. But he was like, "Yo, I'll take you up there. I got a trailer. I'll take you up there to get your bike." You know, we talked a couple times. I was like, "All right, cool." I got up there tonight to get my bike, and he was like, "This is the bike," and I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Yeah, you." He was like, "What are you trying to do again? Like, what riding style are you going for?" And I'm like, "I want to start like curving and stuff like that." He's like, "Yeah, this ain't the bike for you, man." And I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "This is not the bike for you." Now, I could have been like other people and let my pride get in it and been like, "I don't care what you're talking about, you know, whatever." But before me and him went down there, we had a decent conversation multiple times before. And he told me like the whole riding mentor thing. So I took heed to that. I'm old enough to where I know, you know, where to draw the line at. So for me, I'm like, this man has been riding bikes. I see all these bikes he got. He's been around for a while. I should listen. So I end up getting R6. Got that bike, rode that bike. I rode that bike until everybody on the set was like, "Bro, you need a bigger bike." Like I was white lighting that bike every time we went on a ride. They were like, "Bro, you either gotta get a bigger bike or you gonna blow that motor up." And I'm like, "All right, cool."
I really think the reason why I said that, because like and I'm 100%, Antoine probably can attest to this because he rides track as well. And so, and I don't know why I'm trying to agree with this dude because I really dislike Antoine. I'm borderline going to delete his ass off my stuff, but
bruh, get out of here.
We have had conversations about this, right? So like I feel like the OGs of the game that's been in the game for a minute, they understand like going from, you know what I mean, like starting from the bottom and building your skills to be able to control stuff. And so
Right.
even with the wheelie thing, I think, you know, when you get in situations and you have that muscle memory, it's kind of like it just happens, but you already know kind of how to react.
True.
But what I see, at least on YouTube, because I don't go to a lot of the meets and stuff, so I live, you know, through Ann or something like that. But like these guys go and get these powerful ass bikes, and then their answer is detune or start a race off at 100 miles per hour.
Or flip it.
Or flip it. Because the stipulation, you can't start off. You remember these races we used to do, bro? Like when I tried to cheat Antoine, and I'd take you down to like 15 miles per hour trying to cheat. You know, I don't care. Like, I'll take you from down, like from a dig. I don't care, you know? But the reason for that was because 9 times out of 10, the average person outside of some of us, as soon as that wheel starts to lift, what they're going to do?
Chop
throttle, and that's it.
Yep.
And so back in the day, you could win based upon skill, even if he was having fun calling it roll racing. Now, bro, I just spent $15,000 on a motor, and now I'm going to give myself 10% in first gear.
That's
what, holla at me, bro. Holla at me, bro. Like, what is that? Who does that?
But this is the thing. This is where it goes from.
Hey, PD, Street Cartel said, was it 600 not enough for you?
Hey.
Hey, now I will tell you, before I wrote the track, I would tell you no. But after riding the track on that 600, hey, that's 600 to go get her.
Yeah.
That 600 is a go getter. For real, it's a go getter.
I tell you, man, I made the biggest mistake back in the day was like one of my first track days, I took an S1000. And I found out very quickly, bro, I need to take my ass back the other way and then actually ride a 600. So I was borrowing Mel's bike because, bro, like that, it was just like I didn't have the skill. Like I didn't have nothing. You know what I mean?
I still try to comprehend how the heck Ant and them go out there on ZX10s and ride the way they ride at Road Atlanta and these other tracks. And I'm like, bro, how?
Well,
how? And then
That's how
When
I
he called
started.
me and he was like, yo, P, I'm like, what's up? He's like, yeah, I messed my bike up. I was like, what you mean you messed your bike up? Like you dropped it? He's like, yeah, in the last turn. I was like, what? Then the pictures start rolling in. I'm like, here we go. Here we go. Then Cam went down. Then everybody started. I was like, I'm not even going to the track. I'm done.
Bro, riding a 1000 on track, it's just like, I don't know, man. It's hard to explain. It's like when you exit in corners and you still have to keep the wheel down, because like I don't ride with any electronic aids. So like
you can't.
It's just, but it's fun though. It's fun. Like, and you know what I'm talking about. You exit the corner and the wheel's trying to pick up, but you're trying to move. I swear I feel like I'm Rossi or somebody, bro. The fat version. Like I'm on it.
Bro.
And then obviously, but stuff can happen easy too. It'll step out easy.
Oh,
so,
yeah. See, I started on the 1000, and I tell people that all the time. I made that mistake. So I learned to ride on a 250 because that's what my pops bought me. He bought me a 250. It wasn't a sport, but I had a Honda Rebel. That's what I started out riding on. So I turned 18, went to go buy my first bike. I went and bought a ZX10. I bought an 05 ZX10. It was a leftover from Sloan's. I was like, I gotta have, because originally I wanted a Ninja 900 because I had rode. I know
100 cc's, but I mean the bikes are different though. So like, yeah.
But so I made that mistake, but I grew up around my pops, so I was around cruisers all the time. I think there was one other guy that had the sport bike that was in their club, and he would drag racing for fun, and that's the first 900 that I rode. So I was like, cool, this is what I want to do. So I immediately went to the 1000, and I made that mistake. I got down to Florida, got around a bunch of guys closer to my age on other sport bikes, and it got me in trouble. I wrecked my first bike on a wheelie. That's why I don't do this no more.
It happens, man.
But again, I wouldn't let my pride, I wouldn't set it aside. So when I got my money, I either got an insurance check for my 05, I wouldn't bought an 06 ZX10 because I wouldn't let it, I wouldn't take their pride.
Bro,
so
sometimes you gotta let it go.
Sometimes you do. So, and then, like I said, Gen 6, this was all before, with no rider aids, no traction control, no ABS, all this stuff wasn't standard. So that was the first bike I took to the track. Now, and I used to think I was hot stuff on the street. Going through every time we had a meetup, I was a guy out front leading everybody, stuff like that. So me and a couple other guys, we did our first track day up at the Nashville Speedway. And my homeboys, we got out there thinking we knew what we was doing. First session, one of my boys went down the last turn coming out on the straight, lost it. Next session, we went out. My cousin ended up going down in turn 2, a bowl into a right hand, ended up low siding out. Second session. So we ended up like thinking we know what we doing. The instructor pulled us to the side. He's like, y'all know what y'all problem is, right? He's like, y'all riding too tight and this ain't the street. So at that point, I was like, all right, I don't know what I'm doing. So started listening to the instructors from that point on. Then I was able to push the bike a little bit better, listening to people that actually knew what they were doing.
Right.
But I tell people all the time, when I stepped back down to the 636 a few years later, I was like, I should have started right here.
Yeah.
Because a whole lot more fundamental stuff I was able to learn and practice safely on the 600 than I was on the 1000.
Right. I totally hey, I feel you on that, man. I really do. And like I said,
you gotta realize also, just because you're going down to a 600 doesn't make it safer on that track either. Because
you're right, it don't. But in today's day, they got a lot more options. They got a lot more options in today's day.
But you got to be careful, because nowadays people take your words and go, well, if I get a 600, I'll be good on the track. And then next thing you know, they flipping sideways down turn 3.
Well,
like now,
but you got so many steps. You got so many steps now.
Yeah.
From when we started. When we started, all you had was 1,600. And then all the way down to 250. And the 250s were carbureted parallel twins. Like,
yeah.
Now you got 125s, 250s, 300s, 400s, 500s, 650s, 700s.
I tell you, man.
So you got something for everything at this point.
My
And then
first
all
bike
the electronic aids is standard. Like you
Hey,
hard
oh,
pressed
yeah.
to find something without ABS at this point.
I'll tell you what, Antoine, my first bike was a 250 like yourself. And actually, Mel's first bike was a 250 as well. So what I wanted to do when I first started riding, I wanted a Busa. That was like going to be my first bike. And I had a mentor that rode an R1. And he sat there and told me, like, bro, no. And he told me, like, this is the way he was like, if you want the sound fundamentals, if you really, 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 really want to know how to ride, make mistakes that are forgiving, do not get a Busa, but get a 250. And then everybody laughed at me, bro. I was like a bear, bro. I was a bear on a little bike. I did dumb shit, bro. Like, I put the bike in neutral on hills, bro. Like, you know, that's a no-no. I didn't put it in gear. Now my bike about to roll and hit the line, bro. Like, I did some dumb stuff, but at the same time, I learned. You know what I mean? And then now I look back upon it, and I'm like, I'm thankful because you know how many times
Yeah.
I've wrecked, bro?
Yeah.
I'm tired of wrecking.
Yeah,
Bro,
my old man said the same thing. When I went to the dealership to look at the ZX10, he was like, well, that 1,000 is this. Man, you might as well get the Booster. But he was looking at price wise. He was like, for the money,
Okay.
you might as well get the
I was
Booster.
like, no.
Bro, I remember. So like after some time, right? Like a lot, like some time, and then some swapping the bikes and stuff. I finally got a Busa, right? And I thought in my mind that I was physically ready. And this is just going straight. You know how the Boostas come with those cowls on the back? Like you got the seat, but the pillion seat, but then you got the cowls.
Yeah.
And I remember we was on a bridge, and he pulls up on his R1, and he's like, hit it. So what do? I hit it. I didn't know the fundamentals of bracing yourself, grabbing the tank, none of that stuff. That bike shot me to the cowl, bro. I was like this. Like it shot me to the cowl, the torque, dog. Like it was the torque. I was pinned against the cowl and trying to pull myself up, but my wrist went back like this. So I couldn't. Like, it was just stupid. It was so
kind of
stupid.
like when you made me take your fucking H2 out.
Hey, I remember Moosey took the H2 out, bro. Like, bro,
hey,
that's
Moosey,
a whole nother
Moosey
thing.
parked the H2 on the side of the road and just started walking. I was like, what is he doing?
That man got off the joint. He got off that bike shaking, and he like, yo, you enjoy riding this? This what you do?
Like,
This what you ride?
like
That
this?
man said, I'm walking back, bro.
I ain't mad at him.
I'm
not mad at him at all.
But I mean, that's in the big scheme of things, back then that was fast. But right now, that ain't that fast, bro. There's H2s out there, bro. Like they got 30, 40, 50 more horsepower more than my bike has. So
like Super H2 with his ridiculous setup, man. This dude's setup is just
that's a pretty H2.
You got to think Super, one of the originators. They may have been tinkering the H2 since it came out.
Bro, I see him bike more than I see my bike.
I just want to add though, technically I had my H2 first.
You did have it first, but I'm saying he's done more with it.
But I'm too cheap to modify. I don't trust the H2 like that. Jeremy told me this, bro. Jeremy like, nah, bro, this ain't what you want. This ain't what you want to modify.
But I can understand why. Because you know how many times I showed up and Jeremy like, hey, what's up? And I'm like, hey, is it like 3 more H2s in here? Like, where the fuck they come from? Like, what?
Right. It was no less than 5 H2s in Jeremy's shop anytime I went up there. It was less than 5.
Bro, I was like, I told Reap, I was like, yo, Reap was overseas. I'm like, bro, I feel like I specify specifically an H2. Like, I can pull an H2 apart.
I think that's why the OG got out the game, man. I think he just got tired of H2s, man.
Is that and some of the people he had to deal with?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's hard enough trying to run a shop anyway. But then, you got all these folks from out of town, and they're not always gonna make their trip to you for every little thing. And then they go to somebody else, something get messed up, and they want to blame you for it.
Right.
And that was the biggest thing. So, like, I've seen people come to him and they'll blame him for stuff that didn't even have anything to do with any work that was done at the shop. And Jimmy, being the good person that he was, would fix the bike because he was a business owner. He had to stand on his name because that business is his name. So he stood on. There's a lot of shops that don't do that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of shops.
Between him fixing other folks' stuff or eating the cost on fixing somebody else mess up. Yeah, I wasn't mad at him when he decided to close the doors.
A lot of shops won't stand on their name like that. You know what I'm saying? It's very few shops,
especially with aftermarket, like going that far into it.
Exactly. You coming there with a hole in the side of your motor, and like it wasn't like this when I bought it to you. Of course it wasn't. Like what you want me to tell you? Of course it would. But then when he go into the motor, he look into it. Hey man, this wasn't done like this when I gave it back to you. Oh, I had my homeboy, look at this and add this and change this. What? It's too late now. I'm already in the motor, so I'm gonna fix it. But look, I'm done with you. I got to cut my hands with you.
But I think that's typical though, because like Jeremy used to always tell me, like there would be people who he would do whatever they do to their bikes, then they will go wherever, street tuning or whatever the hell they do. Mm-hmm. And then it blows up or something happens, and like you say, then it's back in his shop. And they're looking at him like it's his fault. Yeah, I'm like, that kind of stuff.
Only if he put on the dyno and he look at them parameters, he like, these ain't the same tables, bro.
He got the file so he can look.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Why your table's way up here? Why table 3 at 100 and I had table 3 at 80? Like, what the hell is going on? Like, why 7 through 12 is maxed out all the way? You can't do that. You running lean as hell, man. What are you doing? But you know what I'm saying? It's one of those things. Nobody really cares about that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Nobody wants accountability for their own issues, their own malfunctions at all. You know what I'm saying? Somebody, I'm gonna put my swing arm on, and then you get out there and your bike fall apart. Oh man, this shot put my chain on, but they ain't got nothing to do with your swing arm. Like, what? Ain't got nothing to do with your swing arm, man. So you know what I'm saying? But it's certain shops that stand on their product. It's certain shops that stand on their name. You know what I'm saying?
I know one not necessarily a shop, but one manufacturer that tends to piss me off but stands on their name is Kawasaki. So why y'all have basically
here we go.
All right, you know what? I'm not. I'm just mad. Bro. I just realized we got 3 stupid Kawasaki people on my shit, bro, and I'm tired of looking at y'all. I just realized.
But Reeve, you got a Kawasaki yourself, bro.
Cartel, bro. I need my man's because
you got a Kawasaki.
He's a BMW rider, bro. Like, what y'all doing? It's 3 of y'all on here.
It's 4 of us.
You know what?
It's 4 of us. You got a Kawasaki too, bro. What you talking about? I see it right there. I can see it in the background. Now I'm messing. But you got 2 Kawasaki's.
You ain't gonna see it. That ain't mine. That's my wife.
So the H2's your wife too?
Yeah, it's hers.
Yeah, okay.
Okay, good. Hey, I'm glad we live.
Hey, turn that cap around.
Turn
the cap around.
Exactly.
Like BD said, it's cap.
Exactly.
Hey.
Exactly.
And I hope she's watching so she can pull it out tomorrow because the weather's supposed to be warm.
No. The H2 is up at the OG shop. It's still at Jeremy's. I'm waiting for the track guy.
Tell her it's okay. I'll go pick it up for. Don't worry about it.
That's okay. I think because I did think about like doing some extras to the H2, but like I'm gonna see how that carbon tank performs. So like I got a message the other day with one of the tanks. These carbon tanks are starting to leak.
But this is nothing.
I called it.
You dealt with this before.
I called it.
The S1000.
Yep, I called it. I like these carbon tanks, man. Like I just don't believe that they're gonna last. I don't believe.
I don't think it's that they won't last. I think that the prep that it takes to make them last is going to add weight that a lot of people are going to shy away from Because let's face it, the reason you go to a carbon tank is to save weight.
Yeah, but I'll go ahead.
They're trying to save weight but maintain a look. But the problem is the resin that has to be used to bond carbon fiber. Gasoline is a solvent.
Yeah.
So no matter what fuel you run, at some point it's gonna have a chemical reaction with the resin that's being used to bond the carbon fiber.
Yep.
So
but see, when my Japanese black man ass says, "Hey guys, this is probably not going to work," nobody pays attention to me, even though I tore up 3 tanks. Nobody listens.
Because
it's one of those
that
things.
was because a lot of people are looking at, okay, yeah, we can design it, but a lot of people are just not even looking at the scientific side of it to go into this. Because that's part of the problem with a lot of these 3D printed velocity stacks is the filament they're using to print them doesn't hold up to gasoline. The moment they start spraying down the funnels, it started eating away at the stacks. And I think that's why the one set of stacks that got hot disappeared for a minute.
You talk about the MPTs.
I know what you're talking about, because we had a whole, matter of fact, we made a video about the different stacks.
We did.
Well, no, everybody you did. Was selling their stacks because they were like, "Oh, well, this stack came out and blah blah blah." And I'm like, "Well, show me something," because that's the big thing right now. Everybody's like, "Oh, well, this is hot, this is hot, this is hot," and they want to jump on it. Show me proof.
And we got flack. We still got flack for that video.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, you got the same bike, the same time, same dyno, same day, same temperature, everything. Same course and everything, heated up to the same temperature to run it, the whole 9. But you want to put that against somebody that did 3 different videos, two months apart from each other,
different times of the year,
on different dynos, and that's your go-to. Man, get out of here, bro. But you know what's crazy though? Guess what? Every single one of them that went got them stacks, I bet they ain't got them no more.
You see, I was seeing them all over Facebook for sale.
Best they ain't got them no more. But guess what stacks they went back to buying? Oh, okay.
Hold on. So what you're saying is they came out with a stack, and then somebody else came out with a stack, and then someone else probably said it's awesome. So the masses went and bought it, even though the original stack was tested to be straight. Then that other stack failed, and they came all the way around full circle to the original stack that was presented any fucking way.
So what happened was they saw the, well, I can't even say they saw gains. They claimed there were gains with this particular stack. Everybody ran out and bought them, and then probably a month later started seeing all of them. Oh, I got the stack for sale. I got the stack for sale. And the first thing I asked was like, all right, why? If the performance gains was there. And I actually encountered somebody who owned a set and they would deteriorate.
The ones like, "Oh, bro, you can have a stack. You can have a stack. I got a stack for sale. I got a stack for sale." Like that's what it was. But look, this is the thing. Everybody went out to buy these stacks. But this is the one key thing that just blew my mind. Nobody had actual proof that the stacks made a difference.
But that's always the case, though. Even without
it's not. No, it's not.
No, it is. If you look at the bike community right now,
because the other stacks have been proven on multiple bikes.
But to Reef's point, he's right. If a certain individual be like, "Hey, I got gains with these," they take that as bond.
But nobody actually said they got gains.
No scientific evidence. Nothing.
They said there were gains.
There was plenty of people that said there were gains. Who said it? No, we ain't gonna do it now. Don't do it.
No, I want to know who.
Monetized. No, we ain't no, we not. Hey, this is the first one. Let's wait till like the 6th one for me to cuss people out.
If the gains were there,
it's the first one, bro. No,
if the gains were there, they would still be in production. and people will still have them. They wouldn't have got rid of them if the games were there.
I'm not arguing that the games were there. I'm arguing that the craftsmanship wasn't there, and that's why
they wasn't there.
Hey, so what stocks are we talking about, fellas? What is there? What stock in particular?
Without naming anything, anybody there were companies that were 3D printing velocity stacks.
And okay. Called was it NPT Nick Performance or something like that?
He was one of the first ones to 3D print.
I think that was the primaries that everybody was like raving about initially.
Yeah.
Outside of whatever the ones that y'all made the videos of.
So one of those things, like
when we did our video,
I don't mind if somebody come out with anything. Like that's the whole purpose of the game, to like improve to have extra or better stuff. But you can't come out and be like, hey, this cup is better than every cup on the market, and you have nothing to stand behind it. Well, because actually, then after that, everybody's gonna say, hey, well, this guy says it's great, so I'm gonna go buy it. And that's what everybody did.
But the problem was the people that were saying, oh, these stacks are great, or who you seeing on social media winning races, and that's all it takes for most people.
Yeah, but let's hold on. I'm gonna bring that back. The guys that were saying them stacks was great, wasn't winning races. That's why they got rid of them damn stacks.
That might have came back after the fact. The way they said it.
Yeah. The initial, the initial was
they went to those stacks. They spent all their money and went to those stacks, and then they wouldn't.
I ain't even got the same bike y'all got.
Yeah, they wasn't winning them races. Them stacks was gone. Them stacks was popping up left and right, bro.
Look, I mean,
they spread. They went viral. They spread like wildfire. Everybody was trying to get on one. They were cheaper than the Moto Max.
And what was the other one? Was it Moto Max, right?
Moto Max was the one we tested.
Cause we tested two different stock ones.
We tested two stocks. We tested the original Gen 5 and then the remix Gen 5.
Yep.
And then the Moto Max.
The Moto Maxes. Same day, same bike, same condition, same dyno, same fuel, same temperature, same everything. Not one video was put out about these new stacks. Not one. Every time somebody posted something about the stacks, if you got on there and asked, hey, can you show me something? What was the gains in it? Nobody said anything.
And then my biggest complaint,
they ignored the question.
My biggest complaint.
I can show you my game. Facts I got. See, like you both saying, but go ahead.
I'm just saying, if you ask anybody about an air filter, an exhaust, if they said with the things in it, they're going to be able to show you. I don't care if it was 1 horsepower.
And that's the other problem too, because a lot of people go to comparing this stuff and change multiple things before they do the comparison. They'll have one exhaust filter going on one day, and then they'll been to change exhaust and threw a new filter in, and then they're comparing the filters from before and after. But you got a whole different exhaust setup now, stuff like that. So it's like y'all not even doing apple to apple comparisons when y'all compare these products,
right?
And getting people to buy this stuff off of skewed data.
You got to be consistent with it.
And then the other thing that kills me is the dragging. Now, not saying anything is dragging, but it's a certain way you got to do it if you're going to do the dragging. Because dragging also has that one real factor, human error. Because you go in and do one thing different on whatever hit you running, and then that data skewed from the next hit you do.
Well, I have a draggy. I'm not going to say I know how to use the draggy. I'm also going to say the way that I tell if I'm faster or not is I grab a lane with somebody who I think is faster. They're probably a lot smaller than me. And
but
that's how I determine what I'm trying to do. Like the draggy thing, like somebody was telling me like there was a recently like there's draggy people out there that got these numbers that like their 6130 is like 2.6, 2.7 or something like that. And I'm like, I don't really know how fast that is, but I mean,
and get dragged.
But a 2.6 compared to what I think is fast, that's like in the low threes, bro. That's moving. But I don't
and still get out there and get dragged.
I don't know because
let's see.
I don't know how to use dragon, so I don't know.
So I tell people this all the time because they always come with the my 60 to 130 is this. The race ain't over at 130
at all.
What distance are we going to? Because there's other stuff they play back. I'm gonna tell you right now, I ain't had a 60 to 130 in the threes at all, and I walked plenty of people down on the top end.
Me neither.
So I tell you about okay, your 60 to 130 is fine. What the rest? What it look like past 130?
Somebody getting sprayed, bro. Yeah, you go ahead and say 130. You're gonna get sprayed. You're gonna get Febreze, bro.
You got on my bike.
It's gonna be like, oh my god.
You got on my bike and walked down the fastest ZX10 in Tennessee.
And that's with listening to you on when to shift the damn bike.
Exactly, short shift, and still walk down the fastest ZX10 in Tennessee. I'm just saying.
What I'm saying, because like
I know my 60 to 130 ain't no 3 or no 2 or no. Bro, I'm up there.
And again, you can play with that with gearing. If you just want to show, I got a fast 60 to 130, you can gear it aggressive as hell,
and I'm stopped,
and then be done.
And I'm stock gearing.
True.
I want to put that out there. And
so it's a lot of stipulation with that too. So that's why I've never really focused on 60 to 130 time, but that's only the start of the race.
This man out here just so he gonna just pull off his cape, bro, and I'm start gearing. Nah. You know what? You don't start me out, bro. You about to be fucking deleted, bro. I'm not gonna sit here and let you lie all over my stream, bro. Like
I'm not stopping.
Stock what?
Gearing.
Oh, you better. Okay, yeah, maybe you are stock gearing.
But ain't no maybe.
Okay, you stock gearing. Yeah. So that means that if you're stock gearing, then your bike in its entirety is stock.
No, it's not.
And he said that with conviction. At least he's not lying.
It's not.
No.
Not at all.
Right?
Not even finna sit up here. I'm not finna fall into that whole. Hey,
is it stock and not stock?
Yeah, I'll completely stop, but my bikes make 200 and something horsepower. No, there's no fucking way. Like, it's not possible. Man, there's no stock ZX10 making 200 horsepower on pump. It don't know, happen.
Man. I'm trying to figure out, like, I got to go to one of these little meets, man, and see, like, is people's bikes indeed, because I'm glad you brought that up. Are these bikes indeed low 300 pounds and shit? Because
no. So that I can believe. That I can believe.
Bruh.
I can believe that.
The reason why I'm having trouble believing certain individuals' bikes being 350s, 360 boosters that are 380 or whatever the hell. The reason why I'm having trouble with that is because I'm looking at a motor right now, and I had to pick it up out of my trunk, bro, and bring it in here. That shit is heavy. It ain't no 100-pound heavy. It's heavy, like a midget heavy. It's probably heavier than a midget.
Weight a motor.
Bro, I'm not about to pick that up and put that junk on a scale. Bro, I didn't want to pick it up to bring it in here.
Hey, while you're both saying, I'm around the corner from you right now, bro. We can figure this out tonight.
Bro, my scales is over. I'm like, based upon like lifting it, I'm like, bro, like this is a squat. Like that thing is heavy.
I can't speak for the booster motor, but I can tell you now, I can deadlift a ZX10 motor by myself. I done put mine in and out of frame by myself all day. So granted, the motor is usually majority of the weight in a bike. But you got to think most of these guys that are reaching these sub weights, they're pulling everything off the bike that is unnecessary.
100%.
Some of these cats even go on as far. I don't know if you've ever felt a wiring harness, just the harness itself.
Mm-hmm.
That's weight. And there's cats that are going through.
I got several harnesses in boxes over there.
Yeah, there's cats going through stripping the wiring harness of everything that ain't needed. Just to shave weight.
But I mean, how much weight are you saving?
Hey, Reek about to start. Reek about to start unwiring his whole bike.
No. So like, no. Like, but you know that is the reason. Well, okay, yeah. Well, y'all. Anyways, yeah.
No, but seriously,
yeah.
That is. So look, my boy Tristan bike right now. I think anybody that's been around Tristan or seen Tristan bike or had the pleasure of trying to lift his bike will tell you that shit is light as fuck.
Yeah, but I think he pulled his radiator, right? Like his coolant
system. He had everything pulled off of that bike just to get the weight down.
But there's no stipulation.
I'm not saying it's not. Like I don't care. Yeah, because he went down there to the drag event and couldn't win because the bike wasn't rideable.
It was too light.
He was willing the whole damn track.
I can believe that.
That's what I'm saying.
Because
so it does no good to go to this extreme.
Yeah, and he's light. So when you got light on light,
yeah, so it does no good to go to that extreme. Like at some point, there's a cutoff because the scale tips too far one way or the other.
Now I'm glad you say that because me and Reap have been having this back and forth with one of his bills that he has going on. And he's going crazy. Lightweight. And I'm like, bro, with the power you're going to be putting down.
He going to detune it first. Don't worry. Just wait till he get it done.
I'm like, with the power you're going to be putting down, you might want to keep that weight, bro. Because it's not. Again, he'll mess around and be in a Tristan condition to where he has the perfect lightweight bike, but he can't use it because it's too lightweight. Now he at the starting line trying to put sandbags on the side of his damn bar ends.
That man said sandbags.
I know. I don't know what he's doing. Sandbags. I think the only reason so for me, but I'm heavy though. See, it's these little tiny because Tristan, I don't think he weighs that much either. So he's a relatively small guy.
Okay, so, but see, you gotta put. All right, so you one of those guys you like to put like everything into like this category. All right, now look at the horsepower he had with his weight. Now look at the horsepower you're going with your weight. You're going to end up in the same situation. You're going to be in the same situation. If you keep cutting weight, you're going to be in the same situation. Now I get it. There's anti-lag, there's anti-wheelie, there's, you know what I'm saying? There's all this great electronic stuff that you can add to it. But guess what you're doing when you add that stuff? You're adding weight.
I would say this. I think for me anyways, like the only bike I could see that I would detune is probably something power adder.
But why?
Well, why? Because I don't really foresee. Well, I can't say that. That's a future. Yeah.
No, please continue.
You've won this round.
What? Say it again. What he do? I'm in disbelief.
He almost fucking me in, bro.
Make sure you say this live. Make sure you say this live. We need that on record.
I'm not doing that. Like, no.
I know you felt that when you said that,
bro.
Hey, yo, record that. I'm gonna clip that shit, bro. That's crazy.
I said up in my chair. He was like, "You won this round." I was like, "Oh yeah."
Man. I'll just say, like, in a situation where you got a massive amount of horsepower, then yes, because I think that if you won't be able to put as much horsepower to the ground, like take a 400 horsepower turbo bike. whatever that amount of torque or power is putting out in probably the first 3 gears. It's like H2s, and they wheelie all over the damn place. It's that sort of thing. I can understand somewhat detuning that.
Right.
See what I mean? Messing around with the TPS or something like that, I can understand that. But comparing a 500 horsepower turbo bike to 190 horsepower 6 stretched over ZX10, no. That's just not it, bro. It's not. I can't accept that.
I mean, could you
I'm old school, whatever, but I just can't accept it. Like that's.
Could you accept all those videos of the ZX10s beating them H2s?
What'd you just say? I want you to do it. Do it to me again. Come on, say it again. I don't care because I'm not a crazy H2 fan. Okay.
No, I know. I'm just messing with you.
I see what you just tried to do to me, right? Look, those H2s, right? Like,
at the end of the day, I definitely understand what you're saying. It is a line. It is a line that you cross when you start to get into all of the extra, additives, necessities, stuff like that, to try to make it safe for yourself to ride the bike at a certain horsepower.
Right.
Definitely understand that. When you turbos, nitrous, big motor builds, understand that 100%. But again, it goes back to that thing. If you can't expect somebody to want to be in this road race game or this drag race game and be known and be competitive, and you think they're going to say, okay, well, let me hone my skills and then go do it. People don't think like that a lot.
Well,
a lot of people want instant gratification. So they get out there knowing that they can't really ride that shit, and they go out there and they get on a 200 or some horsepower bike that they've never been on a bike above 130 horsepower. And next thing you know, they're flipping down YouTube on somebody meme or something now.
It's funny you should bring that up, like the drag racing thing. So like, I know way back when, and I think you can recall because I've known a lot of you for some years, and Antoine used to drag race. It's crazy how you could sit there and go to the drag strip with a stock wheelbase bike making 190, 220 horsepower. You remember them times when I used to try to take Jada, and then you sitting beside somebody with a fucking 72, 75 inch stretch, clutch, everything. Basically, the bike don't do nothing. You just throw the fucking clutch and keep it moving. How do you beat that? How do you compete with that?
You don't unless you got the same setup.
Exactly. But then that's what I'm saying. Like right now,
even if you had the same setup, does that make you competitive? Even with the same setup,
it puts you in the same realm. Let's put it like that. That's like, putting somebody in the NBA against somebody in middle school playing basketball. you got the same equipment, but if you ain't got the same skill to go with it, it ain't gonna matter.
Right.
Hey, that man on the sideline looking at his shoes like, I got the same Jordans on. I'm not understanding.
Right. So that's that kind of realm. Yeah, you get the same tools, but once you have the same tools, then other things come into play.
Right.
Yes, I like I said, I agree 100%, but that's the society we live in now, man. A lot of the guys that get out there and race now, they're younger.
A lot of people doing this stuff now is younger.
They're young. They're younger. They want the attention.
Because a lot of it became, man, if I do this, I can get this attention. Or, a lot of people don't. Yeah, a lot of people don't ride just for the sake of riding. It's let me do this to see how many views I can get for doing this, or how much attention I can get for doing that. Let me go buy this motorcycle so I can fit into XYZ category and try to be like these other individuals that I see and see if I can do the same thing that they doing, if not better.
Right.
So that's what a lot of it is, because all of us been around.
A lot of these guys, I've been around a lot of people that ride bikes. I watched a lot of these guys do things that I would be like, I look at it and go, that's cool as heck. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it would be cool to see myself do that. But I know I ain't gonna do that.
I ain't got the brand to do that.
It
I ain't
come to
do
Willie.
that, bro.
Hey,
Bro, I'm
hey,
not
give
doing it.
okay,
I
okay,
give everybody props to do it.
okay.
Bro, I went to the land speed with Reap and Jeremy and Travis and Ricky Gaston was there and his nephew was there, and I'm watching these guys and they're matter of fact, Reap had me laughing, bro, because we get everything off the trailer. I disappear. Reap them like, man, where's P at? He look up. I'm over next to this dude got a Harley with a turbo on it. I'm helping this dude work on his turbo Harley.
Bro, remember when that thing made a pass and it was like all over the boy?
Everywhere. I was like,
Harley,
nah, I feel
That was a
responsible because I feel like this man is gonna kill himself after we done got his bike up. Like
that was a powerful Harley, man.
Like
But
it was
I
ridiculous.
think,
but it's like I see these guys making these runs, and I'm like, okay, 200 some miles an hour. It sound cool until you actually get on a bike and you get up into the higher RPMs and the higher mile per hour. It ain't that cool, bro. It's scary.
yeah, them crosswinds and
It's scary, bro.
Crosswinds hit you and them headwinds hit you.
I'm like,
your bike is going straight, but the wind is catching under your fairing, so it's like you feel it getting light, and you're like, you know, like that shit. It is kind of scary. It really is. Like,
I promise
that's
you,
not even a wheelie. That's something totally different. That's
I
totally
ain't never been
different.
scarier to when
That's
I'm
why
riding.
you got to make passes to prove it that you
in
can
full
ride at those
tuck,
speeds.
and then all of a sudden the front end start doing this right here, and you looking down like, why am I not on the road? Like no, I'm good.
Look, I'll say this, man, like, because I just thought this when y'all was talking. I think like when I'm out, if you want to call what we did for fun back in the day roll racing, now it has a title. I think if I'm sitting there, like I'm sitting beside, like, and this has happened plenty of times. All of you I have raced, and I've sat there, and I can kind of tell if you're riding the fuck out of your bike or not. Like you actually locked in and you got the skill to try. You know what I mean? It ain't detuned, like you enjoying your machine type shit. And what I mean by that is, I done ran against the garbage man, and his front end start coming up, and he's like, "What? You know what I mean? What the hell?" Martian done spun his damn tire, the bead loose. You know what I mean? I done been next to Antoine when he hated. You know what I mean? And I can see his front end starting to lift, but he's battling that shit, trying to get it under control to keep moving fast, you know, going straight. Like that to me, I can respect that. Because I'm probably trying to do the same thing. And it comes down to not only setup, but it's racer versus racer. Run with your brung. You know what I mean? Skill. You know what I mean? Like the
bike versus bike, skill versus skill. Yeah.
Skill versus skill, bike versus bike, like whatever. But then when you start getting into like the detuning and all of that other stuff, bro, like I'm just like where if I'm sitting there, I can't imagine if remember Petey, I thought my bike was broke. Batman, remember you thought my bike was broke because it wouldn't wheelie? Remember when I got my K67 and that bitch wouldn't wheelie? I was all over the Alliance. Why? Because the bike wouldn't fucking wheelie. If I give a bike everything it's got in the lower gears at a low speed and the sorry ass bike don't throw the wheel in there, bro, you for sale. What is that? That's not like, what is that? Like, what am I paying fucking $20-some thousand for you? And you can't try to buck me off. Like that doesn't make sense to me.
But see, that was a difference because I got on your BMW and that motherfucker act like I wasn't on it.
Bruh, no. Reap, I chased Reap down on his own bike and told him, give me my bike back. He let me ride Jada because he wanted to race the Martian versus Tips S1000. Bro, they raced. He excited. He like, man, this bike great. It ain't wheelie. It just hooked and kept going. I was like, yeah, that's great. Give my bike. Give my bike. Take this thing back. I don't know what malfunction you got going on with this bike, but it don't like to be on two wheels. Take it back. I don't care.
But now the new BMW, the new body style, the new gen he got, the all black one. When he first got it out, we was all out. You know, he complained the bike don't wheel and everything like that. And then we swapped bikes. I got on the bike like I wasn't on it.
But what do you
I'm sitting first, second, third, and then finally settle down and to get into it.
Now check that out. Now that's crazy because when I'm riding it, I'm like trying to kill the bike. And that's just like, but maybe it's weight.
Well,
I don't know.
You want me?
Maybe
it's definitely weight.
front. Maybe that.
I was about to say, you want me to tell you the difference?
And you better watch your mouth before you get deleted, bro. I keep warning you. I know I'm a little chubby. I'm trying to fix it.
We're in the same class, bro. You're not by yourself. I'm just saying that's the difference.
I'm trying to fix it, man.
Now,
But
every once in a while, you have that unicorn bike that it doesn't matter what you weigh or who you are. If you twist that throttle the wrong way, that wheel coming up. And
I
that
feel
was
like
Jaden.
Antoine should have rode Jada. Especially
That was Jada.
MR12 Jada.
Bro, I short shifted Jada
That
and it
bike
wheeled.
that bike was like aggressive.
Anytime you short shifting the S1000, I know I was short shifting because I was shifting at 6,000 RPMs on purpose. And it still came
that's
up.
short. That's very short. 6K RPM is short.
And it still came up.
Batman used to ride it, and I say, Batman, go ahead and hit it, bro. Or Garbage Man, go ahead and hit it, bro. And he's like, nah, man, fuck that. He's like, nah, man, fuck that.
Nah, I can't afford it, bro. I can't afford it.
Like, nah, bro. I mean, that
right.
bike, I used to take that bike to the strip. And literally, remember when I put that shit in like the lowest set, like in rain mode and all of that? And literally the whole track with the electronics on it, pogo stick, with me modulating the throttle. I mean, the whole 8th mile, it was on one wheel.
I remember, hey, Anton, I laughed so hard, bro. He was racing, I think he was racing Mail. Bro, he hit it. The wheel was up so long and he was hanging out the bike. Somebody didn't even know him on the sideline was like, get out of it.
Oh yeah,
That man, like shit. I ain't getting out of nothing. He don't know me. He don't know me.
I was racing. He's like, man, go get out of it.
Get out.
And I refuse to lose.
He probably gave him more gas, bro.
Bro, he's going to
keep it below balance point, bro. But
everything, and the bike just doing this as he's going through gears, going down the track, and the dude was like yelling, "Get out of it! Get out!"
That dude don't know you too well, bro. Shit.
I don't give a damn. It can come up. I don't care. Like I'm racing, bro. I don't care.
Reed came back around and pulled up. I was like, hey, bro, one of your fans say you need to get out of it. He was like, what? I was like, yeah, bro. Then everybody else started to tell him about it. He was like, you serious? I was like, I'm telling you, dude was loud.
Yeah,
he was
man. They came up to me and was like, hey, bro, like, hey, you gotta just let go, man. Just let her win or something. Like, just let it go, you know, like let her go.
That man said I refuse.
It's easy when somebody looking from the side, looking at it, not really knowing what you capable of, and seeing it and telling you get out of it. Because I've had people tell the same thing. I was at Streetcar Takeover they do up in Bowling Green, and running this stock wheelbase, and I think somebody got a video from the crowd. I think Cam was recording. I'm going halfway down the track, keeping the front end in there, staying into it. And I'm like, I finally set it down. I started drifting over to the left. So I'm like, I probably got to let it go at this point.
I should have kept the wheel up.
I tell you, man, whenever I jump on somebody's bike, I give that shit enough gas. If the wheel comes in the air, then I try to back it down just a little bit to know where it's at. That's how I ride anyway.
Street Cartel was talking noise, man, but hey, I remember I let Batman ride my 600.
I was like, yo, why is this Garen so aggressive, bro? This man got a pizza box on the damn man. I was like, yo, what's really going on with this bike?
Batman said your bike should not be lifting me up in the air. I am too big for your bike to lift me in the air.
I was like, man, I look at that stock and I was like, no wonder, bro. Shit crazy.
Hey, you know what, though? I'll tell you, man. I think while I dislike Kawasaki, they do got a decent program going on, though. They really do.
I mean, I would say, my personal opinion, I would say right now the person that's got the game in the headlock is Ducati.
They got the most powerful bike. There's no question about it. But
ain't nobody can afford it.
You said Ducati.
Who affording that bike?
Hold on. No. You said no. Hold on. From a race standpoint, or from a?
Are we talking about road racing or
Talking
track?
about a race standpoint?
Race.
No, man. Well, hold on. Road race versus like.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Road race versus
Yeah.
like
versus
track or circuit or
like
something.
track versus
I'm-
like road.
I'm saying out the box power is what I'm saying.
Yeah, but
yeah.
no,
Ducati.
because I mean, what did Ducati make? 220, 230 or something like that now?
What bike out the box is beating the Ducati? Off
H2s?
the showroom floor.
H2s?
No.
They restricted way too much.
No.
Hold on. But you still got to pay the money to get that exhaust and all of that stuff. You got to pay money for that Ducati.
No. We talking about stock Ducati versus stock H2. That Ducati is going to walk that H2.
Hold on for a second. Don't do it to yourself. Ducatis are still, I think, they still got to be unlocked, bro. I don't have a Ducati, but I think that you gotta pay that money for that aquapovic and all of that other stuff.
No,
the
so
don't come with all of that. Right?
So the V4R doesn't come with the 240. In order to get the 240, you got to get all that. But out of the box, I think the Duck is one of the more powerful inline fours.
Okay, so out of the box, what does the Duck make?
Motor. I don't know what it makes stock out of the box. I hadn't seen it.
Hold on, I'll find out. Too easy.
But I don't think a Duck would beat. I mean, outside of, because I want to say the H2 is probably the only bike, even though it's somewhat, it is a power adder in my opinion. Like it's a power adder, but
I mean, yeah, it's supercharged, but
I mean
it
is,
super,
but
yeah,
it's so restricted that it doesn't even feel like a power adder when you get it.
But I want to say stock H2s with nothing going on with them are like what, 180, 190 horsepower?
It's like 180.
Something like that.
Yeah.
180, 190, I think. I know way back when we had did I don't even think supercharger gears was a thing back then. And I think we had used MR12, which was wild. That's how old my H2 is.
No,
there
it
was
wasn't.
It was a 240.
You had a meth. You was using meth.
No, I had the meth injection eventually, but that was the original with the MR12. It was only a pump gas and MR12 tune. I didn't have meth on it yet.
Was you using MR12? I thought you did.
I wasn't using meth as of yet.
I thought you was on C16.
No. That was MR12 when we went to land speed.
Okay. Was because when we went to Brock's.
Yeah, because it blew the baffle out of the exhaust.
Yeah, we met up with Brock's. We had to get a new baffle for the exhaust and all that stuff. So yeah. You sure.
And then shortly thereafter, then the meth and all of that stuff came out, and then I tried that, and they were still working at intercooler stuff too. So like, I mean, that's damn, that's old. Made me think back.
You definitely one of the originators of that fucking bike.
That's crazy. I know, and nobody giving me my props. Remember when I took my bike down to Evil? Bruh, I had an H2 I'm paying monthly on and I ain't seen it. Bruh, I think my first 1,000 miles on H2 was by everybody else.
You had that bike for 2 years and didn't even, you forgot you had an H2. I remember that because I actually one time I was like, hey man, when the H2 come home? He was like, what H2? I was like,
that just means you got too many bikes at that point. That's all that means.
I was like, bro, your H2, you was like, I think it's, where is my H2? I was like, bro, this dude. I was like, I can't, bro.
That bike was bouncing around a lot. It really was.
Between Evil, CMP, then it went to Travis, then back to CMP, then it went to
not counting. Well, some of the one-off parts too, like Adam, the oil pan, some of the other stuff getting made for it. Like it bounced around a lot.
It was definitely crazy. It was some crazy road trips, man. But you know what? I think that's one of the things that made me fall in love with riding the bikes, man. Like the camaraderie, because I'm military. You know what I mean? So like when I got out, that was the biggest thing that I missed was the camaraderie. Mm-hmm. So like when you get into the bike world, you get that back. So that's what made me fall in love with it.
I shoot, like I said, man, I love, although it's been like kind of aggravating over the last couple of years.
Hey, Booster Smurf say Duke make more horsepower.
Oh, it does? So Ducks do make more power?
Told you. See, I knew without even knowing.
Well, I mean, like, okay, so if the Duck makes more power,
The problem is you're not gonna see a lot of people racing the Duck because there's no aftermarket for it. Because
Nope,
that's not
you're
the,
not.
the clientele for that bike.
But
the guys that have been playing around with it and running them, it's not a whole lot of guys that's messing with them
at all.
because I think
it's
two
kind of
in
one of those
Atlanta.
things like when they came out with the stretch Ducati, like nobody was really stretching Ducatis at first, and then when they did start stretching them, it was like, yo, y'all cheating. But everybody else had already had stretch bikes, but it was considered a cheat to stretch a Ducati.
I don't know, man. I think
it's frowned upon by the Ducati society. They be ready to crucify you for modifying a
But at the
Ducati.
same time, it's like you got all this power. Why not make it manageable?
I'll tell you what, man. I think if I wish I could, like, I want to be able to afford a Ducati, but I just don't. I don't feel like paying what do those bikes cost now?
If you want just a V4, it's like
20 something, right?
25, 28, worst case.
That's the worst case.
Yeah,
that's just a regular V4, right?
If you look at everything right now, all of the World Superbike race replica production bikes, the V4R, the Triple R, the Double R ZX10, the M, all of them are starting at damn near 30 now.
30,000. Yeah.
Now, if you get the base model bike, that's something different. But even the ZX10, almost 20 base.
That M1000 is 30, 39.99, or it's like 40K.
Now, the M and the V4R, they're up there.
$40,000 bikes.
They're up there because Ducati actually,
I think
they changed the rule with World Superbike and increased it by like 5K, and that's why the V4R still qualifies. Because I think that and the M wouldn't even qualify if they wouldn't have changed the pricing rule.
So the M rev up that high too now?
I don't know what the M. I'm talking about price wise.
Oh yeah, the M1000 probably easily is probably at least 15K RPM. I mean, my bike, well, it was. I had my K67. It was flashed at 15K at first. I backed it back down to like 14.2, I think now though. And it's not even mine. It's Melanie's. It's Love Moto 38. Yep.
I wasn't gonna say nothing.
Black
I was just
Widow.
gonna let you keep talking.
Bro, I'm too heavy for that bike, man. I'm too heavy for it. But and then like what's the old school bike? If I had the money, I think and I can't believe I'm saying this, but I keep seeing them pop up here and there, is the ZX14 SE. That fucking bike, I think the color of that bike is just like it looks like something like I love the color of the bike.
It's definitely clean.
I don't like the bike.
Batman had that bike.
He did.
Batman had the bike and sold it.
He had it. But I think that's only because he was going to turbo that.
Yeah. And then he changed his mind.
But nah, it wasn't a change of the mind. It was y'all know the situation of what happened, but I had everything.
And not talking bad about the company, but Monster Turbos at that time, they were just taking entirely too long with his stuff, and it was just too much work. So, and it's easy to get unmotivated when you have like a project that's down for a minute. Like,
yep.
I guess I would be unmotivated too if I didn't have so much money wrapped up in this stuff. But
you have been unmotivated.
You got other bikes to ride as well, so that's another thing. So you're not missing out on ride.
No. We're not going to skip over this.
I got to mute PD. Yeah, go ahead.
I had that other 14 to ride. That wasn't my only bike, that SE. Because remember, I still had Athena. And I actually put nitrous on Athena. You know, I was like, yeah, I'm going to do this until my turbo bike get done. If y'all can remember that picture I posted. And then almost 2 years went by, and I'm like, I'm good, bro. I'm done. Am I kicking myself in the butt for selling the SE? Yeah, a little bit, but it's all good.
But why?
because I wanted to do something else with. I could have did something else with it, but I was just too.
You can't kick yourself in the butt over shoulda, coulda, woulda. You got a beautiful Harley that you enjoy regularly.
That's true.
And you got
I appreciate it.
ZX14R that you enjoy when you ride it. So you can't kick yourself in the butt over something that you got and you enjoying over something that you didn't enjoy.
Hey, I don't know if you enjoy it, man. That Harley is trash, bro. I'm sorry.
You know what I mean? Like you can't do that,
You
bro.
ain't gonna keep calling that Harley nice, bro.
I appreciate it, bro.
That Harley is pretty comfortable, man.
That Harley is nice, bro. I said it's heavy as heck.
It made me feel too warm and fuzzy, bro.
It's heavy as heck, but it's nice.
I don't like that feeling, bro. Like,
hey, I tried to stand that thing up. I was like, nah, this is a workout. I'm done. I'm good.
Yeah,
I got
bro.
on that thing.
The Harley's is heavy as hell, but I mean, his bike is nice, but
it's nice.
I really would have liked to see his SC Turbo though, because I think just the color, bro. Like, I love that bike.
I would have been afraid of that bike.
What, the turbo bike?
Yeah, I wouldn't have raced it.
Why?
Because
what?
Because I know how competitive Batman is against me.
Competitive?
Oh, boy.
Whoa, what?
Okay.
That man. He wildin', bro.
Right, here we go.
He wildin', bro.
All right,
He wildin'. Bro, what I look like beating my chest, you know what I'm saying, on a beating you on a turbo bike, bro. How does that look, bro? I'd have been, but I wouldn't have said nothing. I'd have been like, yo, good race, and that would have been it.
Hey, you saying that, but if you'd have lost, guess what?
If I would have lost, I'd have went back to the drawing boards. Too easy. But I still would have dapped you up and said, good race.
I'd have been on side you at the drawing board talking about, hey, you missed that number right
there. Nah, you wouldn't have been right. You wouldn't have been there with me. Nah, I'd have been by myself. You wouldn't have been by
myself, bro.
Hey, all right. So I got a question for all of y'all then. So, like, if you had the chance to get another bike right now, what bike would you choose and why?
If I could get another bike right now, that's a good question. Sorry. So for me, I would get the new Booster.
Okay.
What?
I
know that's surprising, but okay, why?
Yeah, I know. Like, hold
on. I know.
That's surprising, but okay.
The reason I would get the new Booster is because one, I've watched you go through transition with your Booster. I've watched Keith do his thing with his Booster. I've got the pleasure of seeing both of them, in motion, whatever. I got to sit on both of them. They're comfortable as heck, bro.
Yeah.
And they look really good.
Yeah.
And I think, like, I get it. They're not like super crazy fast or whatever, unless you put like a decent amount of money into them. But the bike itself is a decent bike.
Let me look that up, man. Because Keith Boosted Smurf says LS 218. What is that?
What? LS 218.
218. What is that?
Man, why he speaking in code?
Is that the electric bike?
Look, I told you we not anti. Look, he said he picked right up on it. He like electric.
Is it electric bike?
Language, bro.
Oh, I
don't speak English.
I think so.
It's like the Lightning or something like.
I think it's performing.
That's a crazy bike.
Yeah, the sport bike that I think the wheelbase and stuff adjust on it or something crazy.
Yeah,
like the ergonomics can adjust on it and stuff like it.
Yeah, when you switch the modes, it changes up the wheelbase on it.
It does what?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Who's this Smurf? Which one though? There's three of. Oh no, I guess it's three: a Strike R, a Strike C, and a LS 218. Is that what it's?
I'm still waiting on Booster Smurf to get that booster to his wife, man, and stop playing. He don't need it no more. He got that Jigsaw. Yeah, that bike looked crazy, man. That it looked like
I think that's what he's talking about.
That's the bike.
I
That's
think
it.
so.
That bike is crazy, bro. But you know what's even crazy? Look at the rear cowl on it. Like, look the position of it, how it's set up to try to keep you in the seat. That lets you know that bike is moving.
Anything electric gonna get out of the hole though.
He say that's not it.
Well, what that thing say? 244 horsepower? Ain't no way. What they lying, boy?
0 to 60 in 2 seconds.
He said no, it's not it. He says that this LS218, this is not it.
That's what I'm saying. That 0 to 60 in 2 seconds.
So this is not it.
Well, some people can't even blink that fast. You talking about 0 to 60 in 2 seconds? That's an accident waiting to happen.
Is there another LS218 then? I don't know what.
That's the 218.
That's, I mean.
Tell them post a picture of it in the comments.
Can you? I don't know if you can, or at least a link.
Yeah.
Yeah, at least a link. That'll be cool. Booster Smurf, man. Post a link or something, like copy and paste it, and I'll just copy. Huh?
Oh, he say no. That's it. He was talking about the booster comment about me, about him giving the booster to his wife.
Oh, oh.
This dude, man, stop being like that, man. Let that woman get that bike, man.
Batman, what about you? Like, what bike would you choose if you could? And you, Antoine, because I know what bike I would choose.
If I could choose, I would get
That's a tough one, bro.
the latest Triple R, the Fireblade, the new one.
The CBR?
Yeah.
What? Why?
I already know why you want it.
Because honestly, I think that's probably the strongest of the inline NA bikes.
And you know, the only CBR not triple R, because I think that was a double R. Remember that black when they released overseas?
That was a double R.
Overseas they had the Triple R in black. They only did that overseas. In the States, we only got the red, white, and blue.
That's what I'm saying.
That's trash.
The base Triple R overseas was all black. And they took the suspension off of it to sell it a little bit cheaper over there.
Where's that black one, man?
And then I think for the either 22 or 23, they did the red, white, and blue.
Bro,
look at that bike, bro.
I don't even like all blacked out bikes, but that thing.
Bro, that bike, man. I remember when I first saw it, man. I'm like, come on.
Now there was a guy at the 650E meet. I can't remember his IG handle right off bat, but he had the
fairings.
He had the black. He had the black CBR fairings on it with the gold wheels.
Right.
Oh, I bet you it was clean. I guarantee it was clean.
It was pretty.
He had said he had swapped fairings with somebody, I think.
Yeah, he had to.
From somebody over. I think they wanted his color and they had black. So, but I think he would be like one of the only people in the States probably with a black Triple R.
He is. Yeah. The only other person that got fairings that ain't the stock fairings is Jack Be Quick.
Yeah.
Everybody else is the white, red, and blue, and the red, white, and blue.
Yeah, bro. Like that shit's crazy, man. What about you, Batman?
I couldn't imagine mine not a Triple R. Like,
I honestly, I don't know. Honestly, I really don't. I never really. That's a hard one for me because obviously I'm bigger than you guys, so it would have to be something, a 14 or a booster. But yeah, I'll just be honest. I'm happy with what I got, honestly.
I could see you on one of the new Harleys, man.
Nah. And it looked clean from the pictures, but then once I walked up on it, I'm like, yo, it's basically just a new fairing with the digital gauges and everything, to me, it's not worth an additional $10,000 to $15,000 on sticker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, and I paid I feel like I paid a lot for the Harley I have now, but I mean, I'm happy with what I have. I'm happy. So that's why I said that's a hard one. I really can't answer that question, but yeah.
Well, I think
what about you?
I think we all can answer that one for Reed.
What's that? Fareed?
Yeah.
He get a Ducati all day, bro.
100%.
Yep.
Well, hold on. Not necessarily. I think if I was for racing, I would get a Gixxer 1000.
I knew that was coming.
Really?
I knew that was coming. Yeah, I knew that was coming.
We get a Gixxer 1000. Like I've seen them at the strip.
Which,
I see. Obviously,
it's Gixxer 1000. though. What model?
Oh, the 17 plus.
Really?
I mean, they making what is making mad? Bro? They making Gixxer 1000 cranks now. I think that's up to 1200 cc, bro.
Whoa.
That's crazy, right?
Bro,
that's crazy.
That's like I don't know of any other 1000 that you can pull that amount of CCs out of it.
That's that light. The Gixxer 1000 I already like. They're small, man. They look like 600s. A lot of the newer 1Ks look like 600s.
And that's why I said what I said. I'm good where I'm at with the big, with these big bikes.
Bro,
hey,
no lie, the Gixxer is
not the
easy to work on too.
Are they?
He said they don't make it for the 17 and 18.
Boosted Smurf, man. I was talking to him the other day, and I did not know they got a cassette style transmission in Gixxers.
Oh, just like the Cowley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
said they under Euro 4 and Euro
and I was like, bro, that's like what? Bro, like how you can pull a transmission out of a Gixxer that easy?
I didn't know about it until I called Ant one day and he picked up the phone and we was on video call. And I was like, bro, what you doing? And he like pulled the whole trans out. I'm like, bro, how you just get on a video call and pull the trans out? Like, who does that? He like,
that's crazy though, man.
You gotta get it polished. I'm like, bro.
Bro, in the booster community and a lot of the other cases, you gotta snatch shit apart to get to the trans. So like that's crazy.
You gotta split cases on older bikes.
Yeah.
You tore a gear up an older bike, you might as well build your motor at that point.
He hit eject on the side of the bike and the whole thing coming out, bro.
Bro, I saw Chris Burns, from Boom's Tune.
Yeah.
There was a post about Gixxer 1000s because I think Mustang Dane made a post. He's selling a 3 mil or something, which technically a 3 mil didn't exist because it always kind of goes in twos. But then I guess he got this specially made, so he's selling the rods and the crank, I think, is what I saw in the sales post. But in the comments, they said the Gixxer is 4, 6, 8, and I want to say they're working on a 10 or a 12.
Huh?
Damn.
If you, I don't, bro. You telling me that I would assume a 10 mil. What is that? Probably damn near 1300 cc's
on a 1K.
Crazy.
So you got a 1000 running around here with booster power?
More than booster power.
Well, at least Gen 1 booster power. Well,
and it's lighter.
We're talking about like
displacement.
CCs wise displacement.
Yeah.
Like that's. I mean, I don't know. So, anyways, that's
still
if
crazy.
I was rich Ducati, but I still would want to do something like that just to see, just to be able to do it,
I'm pretty sure you would have to have a decent amount of funding behind you to pocket this build,
bro,
for a 10 mil over Gixxer.
No, so here's the funniest thing though. I think as it pertains to like the cost of billet cranks and shit, like they all, for the most part, cost about the same. A 4 mil, 3,200. 6 mil, probably 3,200.
That's crazy.
You see what I mean? So like You just got to choose how streetable you want your. I don't know. I don't think 8 mil or 10 mil or whatever that is. Like I don't think that would make much sense. But not
That's
at least
straight
not
drag.
in the street. But for a grudge bike,
That's a straight drag strip.
that's a grudge like that. Yeah, that's
a run shut down. Push it to the
that's a
line.
make a pass or two and refresh. That's what that is. That's a make a pass or two and refresh.
Again, you have to have a healthy amount of money behind you if you want to go out here and do this 10 mil over. Like that's crazy, dude. I 10?
That's for but I mean boosters are like that too, like 9 mils, 10 mils, 12, 13, 17 mil. Like it's just Suzuki
Yeah, but
has
on
like
a 1K though, on a
Say
1K.
again?
10 mil on a 1K.
That's I know typically
Like your
I don't know
pistons
what
are touching each other, bro. Like
I don't know what the refresh rate is for like because even on a booster, like
10 miles.
I mean looking at a 9 mil crank, like a 72 millimeter crank, I'm just like,
Bro,
how do you take something like that and then just stuff it into a 1K? I don't know.
I mean, they figured it out.
I guess you just gotta pay. I got an extra crank here for the Beamer. I'm about to send that bitch to Marine and be like, hey, I want a 10 mil crank.
Hey, send it to Bill and tell him you want a 10 mil. I just want to hear him cuss you out.
I think Bill probably he's probably tired of me for the next 6 months. So I think Bill is good. And, I'm gonna try to get Bill on the show actually. Like
hey,
try to get him on here, man. But he's gonna hate everything that we say though.
Call Lee tomorrow and tell him scratch the whole turbo bill.
Oh no, don't do that.
Scratch the whole turbo bill.
No experiment.
You want to do a Y2K bill now. I'm
gonna try to get Lee on too, man. I'm gonna like futuristically, like I'm gonna try to get more of these little sorry ass spiders on here too. I might get G on here, try to get Cam. We talk about some paint, So anybody who looks at this, even though we're not live, and you look at it later, like I know a lot of people in the biking community. I really do. Drag racers, you name it, roll racers, whatever. And then all of my friends, for the most part, know other people too. So I really think this is going to work itself out.
Yeah.
And then obviously, like, if you do watch this or you watch it later on in life and like you see, like, you have an idea of someone you want us to try to invite and get on here to interview or something like that, then just comment or something and then let me know and then I'll try, because a lot of the old schoolers, man, they don't like cameras and stuff. I bet you a lot of them don't, man. A lot of the big builders, like they don't like technology. They don't like social media. So it's very difficult to like get one of them on and try to be informative to the masses. Like that's hard, but we'll see. I'll try. And then, Street Cartel, like he knows a lot of people, as he told us last night, from like Florida and like all over the place. And then he brings a different swing to it because of the East Coast stuff, So I can't wait to really have him on as well. Because his S1000, man, like.
Hey, what I ended up calling him yesterday?
I forgot, man, but I don't like his attitude, man.
Like S1K killer or some shit like that.
Yeah, you fucked his whole like IG name up. You really did.
No, like I said, man.
So it was all good. Anyways,
cool ass dude, man.
We're about like 5 minutes out from 2 hours, and I really wanted this to only last about an hour, no longer than an hour 30 minutes. But with 4 people on, that's probably not.
I don't think it's possible with just 2 people on, man. Like it's once you get the like flowing and it's actually a dialogue, we talked about this.
We did.
Time it slides away from you. Like if I didn't see that clock ticking, I'd have never knew we'd been on here for 2 hours.
Yo, an hour 55. That's crazy. I see what you're saying. That's crazy.
It never really feels like you've been talking that long, but then we got golden nuggets from like everybody. All of y'all had y'all's different point of view, and look at this, almost 2 hours, man, bro.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man. I mean, I had a blast, and I think now that I kind of know like how this operates, then like later on the next one, which I'll probably be hitting y'all offline to see what y'all think we should talk about next. I might make that earlier though. I'm not sure. I might take PD's advice on that one. It just depends. But I'm gonna try to do it on Sundays because I think most people kind of chilling on Sundays. But then Street Cartel, like, it might be a quick, fast, in a hurry. Like, whenever he's off, if he has time to, get on and just, you know what I mean, then we can do that too.
Yeah. I think on the next one we should the next one we should do the bike giveaway when Booster Smurf give away his booster to his wife.
Everybody said bike giveaway. I'm like, who's bike
giving his bike away, bro?
Hey, I'm down for it, man.
He ain't giving that away, bro. Like now he was at one point though. He was talking about getting rid of it and
to his wife
for something else.
Nah, he gotta give it to her, man. She need a bike.
Man, look, I don't know.
She needs it, bro.
Hey,
he said, really?
So I actually one thing that I didn't tell you guys was, it's this guy, man. His name is remember I was telling you about the Yami Nude Cat? Like he's giving away a booster and all of this.
Mm-hmm.
His turbo bike blew up, and so he's looking for somebody to like build it and do all of this stuff, right?
Yeah.
And I did send him like a message or a video, but then I feel like he hated on me. Like I don't even think like he watched my video, bro.
I'm pretty sure he did, man. But you gotta think about it.
Nah. Because if he would have watched it, it would have said watch. It would have said viewed.
No, not necessarily. Okay, all right. You run a company. It's on your chest.
Nah.
How many times have people messaged you or sent you something and you didn't get it until later on? Okay.
All right, playing devil's advocate here. If today was the cutoff, so perhaps he has a long list of videos he has to get through over the next couple of days. Okay. Okay, fine. All good. I'll shut my mouth about that then. Thank you, PD. You about to be dismissed.
Why you gotta be like that, bro?
I don't like your attitude, bro.
Bro,
you know it don't take much.
Man, at all.
I know. It don't take much muscle to fucking delete you off here, Antoine. Let me tell you something, bro. You better watch yourself on my doggone cast, bro.
Hey, look, bro. Hey, dang. Little Shannon Sharp, let's calm down, man.
Hey, you know what? What's the name of this stream or like what are we gonna call this?
Average Joe, now playing.
Average Joe?
No,
Average Joe Shade Tree Mechanics?
Nah, I'll work.
What we gonna call it, man?
Let that go.
Hey, I gotta ask Street Cartel too what he thinks. Like, what we gonna call this?
The masses.
This little get together.
The masses. Because that's what we're here for. The masses. That's what we're here for. We're here for the masses, for everybody.
For the community.
Yeah, it's the masses.
Bro, I'm gonna call this fucking Hunger Games, bro. No, Mechanic Games.
X me out.
I'm just saying, we gonna call this something cool, bro. Like we gotta figure that out. And then I gotta come up with an intro and all of that, but I don't feel like doing that. So like, it is what it is. But all right, so we at 159. So anybody else got anything else for the good of the group before I push this button?
I feel like it was a good session. Of course, as always, just from the test runs we did, good dialogue, good guys, good everything. Of course, everybody's in their places where they need to be, so everybody felt comfortable with talking, man. That's kind of where it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? Instead of you feel like it's an interview or something like that, it's just fellow bikers, fellow, homeboys, friends, whatever you want to call yourselves, just talking. So
Right.
I think it's
And
neat.
I'm happy that my internet actually held up to even have this. I'm surprised at this. I am so surprised because that Shade Tree PS5 don't get none of this internet.
Hey man,
Bro,
don't talk about that. You're the only person that complains about your PS5, man.
Bro, the only person I know got more routers than bikes. I just
That's what I told him earlier, bro. I'm like, what you doing all them routers?
Bro, I'm trying to get all the internet, but it just ain't working that way.
Oh my god, man. Hey,
All right,
AT&T,
well, the only-
go fix my man stuff, man.
I think the only
AT&T, that's his problem.
So I'm gonna share this real quick so somebody can see my doggone channel. And I'm gonna do this if I can get like my homeboys channels too, or I don't know, IG might be difficult. But if you watch this later, please like and subscribe because I'll have videos, and then of course I'll have this where we fellowship and just talk bikes or anything else for that matter that comes up. And then I will stop that screen. Boom. You see what I did there?
I see.
And that's it. So I'm about to end the stream. I think we still stay on though. Yeah, like and subscribe.
I ain't gonna be here too much long. I need to get in the bed so I can get up work in the morning.
Anybody ask you for all that on my stream, bro?
Yeah, I hear you, man. Man, like I gotta go to work tomorrow or today.
Bro,
it's almost 12.
Dumping a bunch of Kawasaki parts in the trash.
Hey, bro.
Wait a minute. You gonna get
that boy rude as hell, man. Rude as